So Safemoon just launched this new swap and evolve function, which is very exciting, but that leaves some of us wondering, what is it? In this video, we're covering what exactly it is from the source, and we're starting right now. So I figured the most accurate way to cover what exactly is going on with the swap and evolve function is to go through the Safemoon education website. They posted this 19 hours ago. It's a 5-minute read, so we're going to read through this and see what exactly is going on with the swap and evolve functions. Now, this is very similar to the swap and liquefy function that was previously in place, which came out in March of 2021. It introduced a lot of features to the DeFi space never seen before. Among those features was swap and liquefy. So here we go. We're going to learn about what exactly swap and liquefy was, and then we will realize what the difference is with swap and evolve. Swap and liquefy's function takes away and stores a portion of the 10% of Safemoon tokenomics fee. Once this stored amount hits 500 billion of Safemoon version 1 or 500 million of Safemoon version 2, it's triggered. So 10%, once it hits 500 billion or 500 million, it's triggered. Half of the Safemoon was turned into BNB, Safemoon's native token or coin, and paired with the remaining 250 million or billion Safemoon. So you would have 250 million/billion Safemoon paired with BNB equivalent at the time. So you've got two banks that are paired together of BNB and Safemoon. Swap and liquefy had its advantages and disadvantages. The main disadvantages of its function was that it caused a drop in Safemoon's price after being triggered. During times when the volume was low, this really made a visible impact. So while the token was generating liquidity, which is ultimately a good thing, it slowed the overall growth in token worth. As a result, the team has provided an evolve solution to swap and liquefy, swap and evolve. So we're going to see how exactly that this is going to impact the way that the price interacts with all this kind of stuff. So the biggest issue with the swap and liquefy is that when volume was low, the price was really impacted by it because they were taking a portion out after it was being held to 500 million. So we are going to see what swap and evolve is. So if we scroll down a little bit, it says, so how do we negate the negative impact, swap and evolve? Swap and evolved is an evolved state of swap and liquefy. The basic premise is to remove the negative impact and instead apply a positive one. This is achieved via two functions on the Safemoon contract. The first one is collect BNB and the second one is swap and evolved. So the first thing we're going to cover is collect BNB. This function is the method by which the contract is able to collect the native coin, BNB. It does collect this by collecting Safemoon. At every 323,323.32 Safemoon collected, which is hilarious, it will swap these tokens for the native coin. This native coin is then stored until the set trigger value of swap and evolve is reached. So basically it's collecting over 300,000 Safemoon, and then once it does, it swaps it for BNB. And then that BNB is stored until the set trigger value of swap and evolve is reached. So what is swap and evolve? Once the contract has collected and stored 132.32 BNB, the swap and evolve function will be manually triggered. This trigger will take the set value collected of 132.32 BNB, purchase on the open market 66.16 BNB worth of Safemoon, pair that 66.16 BNB worth of Safemoon with the remaining 66.16 of BNB, and then place that into the liquidity pool. So it sounds very similar to swap and liquefy. It's taking a bunch of BNB, a bunch of Safemoon, and pairing it together and putting it into the liquidity pool. So what is the difference between these two? So we have an article on that as well. At first glance, it might not be obvious how this is different. So let us look to break it down and compare the differences. The biggest issue with swap and liquefy was its huge negative impact on the charts when it was triggered. So in order to first combat this, swap and liquefy, or the newly renamed collect BNB, was reduced from 500 million Safemoon collection to 323,000 Safemoon collection. By doing this reduction on collection, it prevents that negative impact on the charts. While there is still a swap of Safemoon to BNB, it isn't affecting the charts as harshly as before. In addition, when the volume levels are low, it will not create that large imbalance because instead, it will be utilizing a smaller BNB collection. Once collect BNB has collected the full 123 BNB, then swap and evolve will be triggered. This will cause a positive impact on the charts by taking 66 BNB and purchasing Safemoon from the open market. Once purchased, Safemoon will be paired with the remaining 66 BNB and placed into liquidity pool. As we know, having stronger liquidity helps the longevity of the token, the project, and the company. So basically they're using smaller numbers to do something very similar so that the price is impacted less when they move funds around. Why do we swap to collect BNB native coins? As mentioned previously, the disadvantage of swap and liquefy version 1 was that swapping that large amount of 500 Safemoon to BNB, although to grow the liquidity pool, had a negative impact on the token. So by first reducing the amount that is stored swapped, you lessen the pressure on the charts. That also works in the community's favor when times of low volume, as during swap and liquefy version 1 in times of low volume, it was hard to outweigh the Safemoon to BNB swap pressure when it triggered. Whereas collect BNB at 323,000 Safemoon, the pressure created from the swap is tremendously lower than before, meaning lower volume can look to outweigh that pressure. The collect BNB is just the first portion of the whole swap and evolve feature. Once we have 132 BNB collected via collect BNB, the swap and evolve function will be triggered, which takes 66 BNB and by Safemoon pairs that with the remaining 66 BNB and places that pair in the Safemoon liquidity pool. So with both functions, collect BNB and swap and evolve running in conjunction with each other, it resolves swap and liquefy version 1's biggest problem by replacing the large Safemoon to BNB swaps with smaller, more controlled swaps. Also, with the addition of a large buy, a positive impact is created. So that is what is going on with swap and evolve right now. It seems very similar to swap and liquefy, just smaller numbers so that it has a less of a price impact on Safemoon during times of low volume. And it will actually have a positive impact. So it will be really interesting to see once this is in place for a couple weeks, a couple of months, how it actually affects Safemoon's price, and it will stabilize us even more. We can come over here and look at Safemoon's price right now. After launching swap and evolve, we are sitting at 0.3076, up 5% right now, and in the 14-day range, we are up 63.1%. So we're still doing very well right now in the midst of this bear market. It does look like BNB and Bitcoin are turning around a little bit. We've seen some positive action, but we're still at the tail end of the weekend. So hopefully once we go into the actual week, we'll see even more movement in the positive direction for Safemoon. So we have a lot of exciting stuff. It was great that they released another feature for the Safemoon Army. Multiple wallet updates in this past week. There's just a ton of things going on and a lot of growth happening right now. So I'm bullish on Safemoon, excited to see what's coming up next. So that is what was going on with Swap and Evolve. I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Not necessarily. She could be stuck just inside the tube.
Inside the... Hold on!
Veruca! Sweetheart! Daddy's coming!